Well, let's start off. A lot of people listening to this that are familiar with the NAIA because they're involved in sports, especially college sports, but there's also some other people that may not be familiar with the NAIA. So give a little snapshot of what the NAIA is all about in its origins.
Yeah, well, as you said, we have 65,000 student athletes under our umbrella that compete at a little over 250 institutions around the country. From a geographic standpoint, kind of the Midwest is where the NAIA started, so a lot of schools in the Midwest, a lot in the Southeast, and then fortunate to have a number of schools out on the West Coast as well. You asked about the origins. It started, I'm sitting right here in Kansas City, about a couple blocks away from Municipal Auditorium, where in 1937, James Naismith, among others, started a basketball tournament. And then, how many years later, 80-something years later, we're still here running the same basketball tournament. But after about 14 years, the NAIA went from being the NAIB, which is National Association of American Collegiate Basketball, to NAIA with the bringing in of additional sports. And now we have 26 championships that we run around the country. We have an eligibility center that certifies eligibility to make sure the right kids are on the fields and courts, and provide a lot of other services and different things to our members.
So you mentioned James Naismith, and if that name rings a bell to some people, that's because he's the guy that invented basketball. So he invented basketball, some peach baskets, and a YMCA, and then he pretty much helped the NAIA start their basketball tournament.
Absolutely, we're fortunate to have him as part of our history.
Now, am I correct in that's the longest running basketball tournament in the country?
It is. We've had it every year since 1937, and really it's been the same format since 1938. 32 teams come into one site and play it off over 6 days. So it's a really cool thing. If anybody out there has never been to the NAIA tournament, just get in touch with us. We'd love to have you come to Kansas City or out to Billings, Montana, to watch the women play. But the same format where all 32 teams are in one place. And I know you, as a former coach, can appreciate the structure and the format and just how it really has a different feel to it than if you have teams all around the country.